Hello and welcome to my Assure lesson plan for the student copyright assignment by Jordan Davidson. The first thing we'll talk about is analyze learners. The general characteristics of the students are high school sophomores with a self-identified ethnic identity of 75% African American, 12% European American, and 10% Latinx, and 3% Asian American. The economic demographic of the students is low to middle income homes. The age range is from 14 to 18, with the majority age range between 15 and 16. There is a relatively even gender split between students who self-identify as females and males, and there are a handful of self-identified gender variant students as well. Their entry competencies are that they are able to search information online and use Schoology, the learning management system that our school uses, to submit Word document assignments and participate in online discussions. The learning differences and needs of students. The students learn best when they are provided with student-centered learning activities that include sharing and collaborating with their classmates. There are a handful of students who prefer to work alone and not participate in groups. State standards and objectives. The American Association of School Librarians Standards for the Framework for Learners is C62. Learners engage with information to extend personal learning by 2. Reflecting on the process of ethical generation of knowledge. The ISTE, International Society for Technology and Education Standards for Students, is Digital Citizen, Standard 2C. Students here demonstrate an understanding of and respect for the rights and obligations of using and sharing intellectual property. The learning objectives are researching and using content from the internet. The students will be able to identify and demonstrate their knowledge of copyright rules. Next, using information gained from the lecture on copyright rules, the students will have knowledge of internet safety. And finally, engaging in classroom discussions on copyright rules and internet safety, the students will know how to identify and avoid copyright infringement. Select strategies and resources. Select strategies. Initially, the lesson will be a teacher-centered lecture to get students familiar with the topic of copyright and all the terms that go along with it. Student-centered strategies will follow so that students can apply copyright rules by inquiring with a research question and producing a final project that relies heavily on web search content. Select resources. This lesson involves student use of library computers. The Schoology learning management system will be used to upload final projects and engage in online peer reviews and discussions about copyright rules. Alignment with standards, outcomes, and objectives. The multimedia lesson, access to library technology, and use of the district's learning management system, Schoology, provide the necessary support to meet the learning objectives. Accurate and current information. The information in the lesson is from credible and current internet resources. Age-appropriate language. The curated internet resources are age-appropriate for high school sophomore students. The teacher and school librarian will also assist students. Interest level and engagement. Students are curious to learn about copyright. They want to know what they can use and how they can use material from the internet. They are excited to learn about free-to-use websites such as Pixabay. Technical quality. The projectors and audio are working for the lecture on copyright, and the school internet is fast and reliable for students to begin their research. Schoology is reliable, however, there are days when the LMS slows down. Ease of use. Students have been trained on how to log into their school accounts and navigate from the district website to the Schoology software. Bias-free. Schoology is bias-free, and students are taught to refer to multiple sources in order to properly evaluate the purpose and intended audience of the information. User guide and directions. Students can ask the teacher or the librarian for help. Students will also be provided with LibGuides they can refer to when they need help with copyright rules while preparing their final project. Utilize resources. Preview the resources. The school librarian has previewed the Schoology software for the required features needed for the lesson. All the internet resources for the lesson have also been previewed in order to ensure student success. Prepare the resources. The school librarian has prepared a rubric that describes the criteria that students must meet for the learning objectives of the lesson. Discussion prompts have been posted on Schoology. Prepare the environment. The school librarian has connected and tested the projector to ensure that the computer displays the lesson on the projector and that the audio works and can be heard. Prepare the learners. Students in the sophomore year have experience researching for projects in previous grade levels. Therefore, the learning objective is the topic of copyright rules and how to apply them as they prepare their final projects. Provide the learning experience. The learning experience reflects a gradual release of responsibility, with the teacher leading the discussion in order to introduce the topic and ending with students independently creating their own final projects. Require learner participation. Student practice activities. The students engage in classroom discussions after the librarian lecture in order to connect their own background knowledge to the new learning of copyright rules. Students then use computers, the internet, and Schoology software to create a final project that reflects their understanding of the copyright lesson. Feedback. The teacher and school librarian provide ongoing conferencing with each student as they engage in online research for their final project. Evaluate and revise. Assessment of learner achievement. The school librarian reviews the discussion posts on Schoology to assess student usage of key copyright terms. The school librarian continuously checks on preliminary drafts of final projects to ensure that each student is correctly applying copyright rules to their work. The school librarian also surveillances student practices of internet safety. Evaluation of strategies and resources. The school librarian evaluates the strategies and resources through a student end-of-project reflection assignment, which provides the school librarian with feedback that guides the examination of the effectiveness of the lecture, internet resources, and technology provided. Revision. The evaluation results revealed that students could benefit in understanding the importance of copyright rules through more relevant examples, such as using favorite movies and music. Another revision is to make the initial lecture on the copyright rules more student-centered, such as having an online scavenger hunt to learn the key terms. That concludes my Assure lesson plan for the student copyright assignment. Thank you.